Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you
what
get
up,
to keep
man?
your soul
It's
too.
your big brother K-Rino. When I got my homie next to me, usually late. I was like, and y'all are tuning into the Underground Dialogue podcast where the name speaks for itself, man. And look, we glad to be back with y'all. We got some things going on in this world that we want to discuss with y'all. And what better time than the present? But before we get into that, man, I gotta holler at the homie, man. I ain't seen you in a couple of weeks, man.
Shoot, man, I'm just gonna holler at you. Let's see how it go, man. Just get a chance to thaw out yet.
Yeah,
I seen some of the pictures.
Right, man. Yeah. I was freezing, man. It was like 15 below out there in Canada.
Ooh.
And my fingertips was throbbing. I was in bad shape. But it was a blessing because my career have taken me places that I never would have went if I was just not doing what I do. Yeah. So hip hop have been good to you, big brother, man.
Yeah. I know they was really expecting. I know they was looking forward to checking you out up there.
They was.
That's one of your big ones. It's one of your big markets, right?
Well, man, you know what? Sometimes I don't know what the market is like till I get there.
Oh, really?
And I know that I had a lot of love scattered out throughout Canada, but because people came from miles around, like people drove 6 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours just to come to a meet and greet, not even the actual like concert. And so, man, that's like overwhelming, bro. It'll never get old. It's like, y'all coming all that way to see me?
Yeah.
But it was cool, man, and people that I had interacted with online for years and years because they've been part of my networks, my social media network, finally get a chance to
come check you out.
Meet them, for me to meet them too. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like happy to meet me, but I'm like, man, these are names I've been seeing and finally get to put a face to and actually shake their hands. So
that's what they were saying, like what's okay? This is Hot Rod 297.
Yeah, well, look, when I do live stream on YouTube, when I do orders and stuff, when I do Facebook, some of the same people that comment on Facebook and all that, some of these names are names that actually been messing with me for years, so I'm familiar with these names. So to see them and they tell me that I'm this guy, I'm that, like, oh man, it means something, so it was
I just got there. K actually reads the comments.
Oh, what? Yeah, I read my comments, man, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because you want to see where you can improve at. You want to see where you can get better. And the things that people say ain't always going to be good.
Oh, you get some trolls on there sometimes?
Well, trolls don't even count.
Okay.
I don't even count, because you troll and you... See, most internet trolls, you would assume are middle school children.
You would assume.
But a lot of them, these are grown men, bro. So they don't count because you got some stuff going on in your life to where you haven't even grown up to where you can actually just conduct yourself as a mature adult. You got to get on the internet and play. Look, I want to play today, so I'm going to go on here and crack a joke. I'm
going to tell them I'm R. Kelly's and Aaliyah's daughter.
Yeah, just, you seen that? Oh, sorry.
You seen your kid that came out the woods when you left?
No, I didn't see that.
K-Rino kid?
No, I didn't see that. But I did see the lady who said that she was R. Kelly and Aaliyah's daughter.
Look more like Bushwick daughter.
And, you said that, I knew. But it speaks to a point of like two things. Either just the need to want to be famous so bad, like I gotta do something that's gonna make me blow up, and it did because everybody talk about it, or just mental health issues, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's people got stuff wrong with them, man. It's like, man, what made you just do that? Because you got to look at yourself in the mirror to say, not that you are an ugly person, but you don't have any resemblance to either one of them. Maury gonna kick you out before he even take the test.
And she started singing.
Yeah, and I heard that too. So like I say, you don't have any resemblance to either one of them. You gotta have something.
That's a big fact.
Yeah, so that was kind of, it was funny though, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be lying about it. When the singing started, I was like,
that's all trolls though.
That's entertainment. But but the trolls and the other form of trolls are people that always wanna corrupt your situation.
Yeah.
You know, they just always coming in the comments saying something crazy. I don't even worry about them, man. You block them and you just keep on.
Okay, you
pushing.
block them out?
Yeah, you block them and keep pushing. Because the what gives a troll a victory is when you entertain. Yeah. So if I could see you trolling in that moment, now I'm like, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
He's sitting on the edge of his seat, wherever he is, in his mama's I ain't gonna say basement, but wherever he on his mama's couch, whatever he's doing, he waiting for that moment for you to go, man, why is you bothering me, man? He got you, he won.
That's sort of the same thing like the girl do. It's sort of like the same kind of ideas that I just wanted some kind of attention, some kind of something.
Yeah.
And now it's me.
Yeah, and it's sad in a way, you know, it's sad in a way, but I don't give them no juice, bro. You don't get no juice from me because, you know, I can't let you win. I used to got here and there, but it didn't take me but 1 or 2 times to like, okay, I see what you're doing. I can't let you have it. You know?
We brought up in a different time. Like, say somebody did that to you in person.
Hey,
you know,
well,
that'd have been.
That's the difference, though. Yeah. The troll is never gonna do that in person.
Exactly.
Never.
That's the weird part about this.
Yeah, they
state of time we living in.
Yeah. They know you can hide behind that computer, bro, and you safe behind. Except for the few people who go to above and beyond to find out, to go into the technology of the thing and find out where you at, the IP address and all that. Like, oh, this dude lives at 3201 Hickory Street in Boise, Idaho.
Okay, GPS that.
Yeah. You never expected to see it show up like the Domino's pizza man at your door. Yeah. But there's a lot going on, man. And man, you was hipping me to this story, man, out here in the Houston area.
Man, it's sad.
Yeah. What's up with that?
It's sad. They had a 6-year-old kid that his mama had found out he was getting sexually assaulted on the back of the school bus for months.
In Aldine.
Yeah, it's in Aldine. Yeah, black lady, you know, and it's a sister. You know, it was sad to see because the kid was only 6 years old. He was getting raped by a 12-year-old student on there for months, and the only way they found out is because he had left or lost his backpack, and they thought it was on the bus. So she had contacted the bus department to try to locate that backpack, and when they checked the cameras, that's what they found, man. And it's
you know what I mean? It's messed up when a child loses their innocence.
At 6, man.
Just forcefully like that, man. You 6 years old is so young, bruh. Like, we here, this just started 2023. So that means that if you go back to 2016, this young man wasn't even born. That's how quick 6 years is. So he's so new in life, and to have his innocence is taken, because like we was talking about off camera, that's one of the things, those kind of molestations and all that, whether it be on a boy or a girl, those are the kind of things that lead to all kind of other sexual identity crisis, and just later on for females, like promiscuity and all that type of stuff, man. So it's sad when a young person don't even get a chance, and the school system doesn't have anything in place to protect those young babies like that. You know, because I don't like to speculate because I'm just getting hip to the story, but my mind frame is always on, like, I know I didn't catch the school bus a lot when I was young. I walked to school or I catch the metro or whatever, but by the few times I did end up on the school bus, the bus drivers was always kind of on top of things.
Were they?
Yeah, they was on top. I mean, the few times so the slightest little ruckus that goes on, they like stop the bus, come back there, what's going on. So for him to be able to not just do that once, but allegedly repeated times, what's going on with the bus driver to where nobody is peeping this if it's speculated that he's done this multiple times, man.
Man, when I was growing up, I rode the bus. I rode other people's buses as well too, because we was in most cities, so we had I was all around there. So in our days though on the bus, if we was on the back of the bus, hell, the bus driver, we used to throw stuff at the bus driver, we used to throw stuff out the window at police cars, we used to get out the back, we open up that back door and walk out sometimes. That bus driver, we gave that bus driver hell. Right. We be fighting up on there. I can see how it happened, but I can't see how nobody could see this shit going on.
Yeah, because there gotta be other students on the bus, right?
Yeah, because it's a whole, especially in the back of the bus. Back then we ain't had no you ain't no seatbelts or nothing like that.
Bro, the bus be packed.
Be packed, especially in the back.
Yeah. So how could you even put? You know what, man? Like I say, it's a bad situation. It shouldn't have happened, but the school system, I saw where the mother said she felt like she failed her child, but and I understand how a mother would feel like that, but I don't put that on the mother.
Yeah, she can't get on the back of the bus.
I put it on the school district, on the school bus. I put it on them.
Yeah, but even what you said earlier, the bus driver got to have some kind of accountability about that because they actually is the only adult on that bus. You know.
And then all these years, bro, just like you said, back in the day when the bus was buck wild and all
we was buck wild back in the bus. We was doing stuff at the bus driver.
This is my thing. It would seem like in this day and age, you would have the bus driver, but you would have one more adult stationed on the bus, within the bus somewhere that monitors.
Good idea.
Why haven't that been implemented after all these 10,000 years that the school bus has been around?
One thing they did was put that camera up in there now.
Yeah, well, the camera, see the camera, clearly the camera didn't stop nothing. Yeah. You know, the camera just revealed what was happening after the fact. Yeah. But now, this little boy got to deal with that for the rest of his life. Yeah. And his mother got to deal with that for the rest of her life. Because again,
that's going to eat her up too.
She feeling like, because whatever, God forbid, happens to this little boy that transforms him because of that abuse, that's something that she got to see every day based on that. And to take it a step further, what a lot of people might not be thinking about, the 12-year-old who did it to him. Yeah. He got some stuff going on with him possibly that was happening to him to lead to him doing that to the 6-year-old. Yeah. So it's a messed up thing. Even when you think about the 12-year-old, like it was messed up, he was wrong, and but I'm certain that at the root of his actions is something that's going on with him. So it's tough, man. It's tough, man.
Hurt people.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I mean, what can you do, man? And you can't get it back, bro. You can't reverse it. You can't. He gonna need a lot of counseling, and that ain't guaranteed to make much of a difference. But we can't do nothing but pray for him, man.
A lot of times you're that age and you get that sexual stimulation. You know, it's probably, you know, it's good and bad in that because it's confusing at that time.
Yeah. I mean, it's like something being activated in you. Put it like this: I feel like that represents it naturally. It's like something that is a time release that's based on when your physical anatomy starts to develop. Then that develops along with it, a time release. When that's activated, or when that's forced beforehand, then you have knocked nature out of whack by doing that. You know, it's like kind of not the same, but kind of similar to when they pump cows and chickens full of drugs and hormones to make them grow quicker. So it's like this in this particular case, you have fast forwarded that process where a 6-year-old child shouldn't even know the word sex.
Exactly. It ain't even what's it called, puberty yet?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's because the body that part of the body have not even activated yet. That seed haven't even germinated in a child, so that 12 years old, yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But something happened. I guarantee you something happened to that 12-year-old as well, man. And it's somebody at the root of why he did that too. So it's help to be had all the way around, man.
And they say CPS is looking into it now. On both sides, so.
Yeah, and CPS shouldn't go after the mother of the victim, but they may investigate the parents of the assailant, the one who carried it out. And because they're going to now be looking at, like, again, what's going on in y'all house?
Yeah, you got to.
Why, what's the deal? Why would he do this?
Yeah, this ain't normal.
Right.
Yeah.
What y'all got popping?
But nowadays, you got to also think about this. Nowadays, all these kids are getting raised by the internet. So you can play the video game, get on porn sites. Yeah. You can get on your phone, get on porn sites.
Good point.
Man, they got all you can watch porn these days.
Yeah. Well, God bless, man. God bless. We're going to transition over into some other stuff, man. Yeah. I want to talk about...
Let's do it.
The homie, the OG, my brother, the legend himself, Willie D.
Okay.
Will was pissed, man.
Yeah.
Will was hot. They just had the Grammys, for y'all who are into that type of stuff.
The 50-year reunion, right?
Well, it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Okay.
Hip hop started 50 years ago, 1973. I always thought I'm a little bit older than quick.
You older than hip hop?
Yeah, I'm older than hip hop. No, okay. Yeah, I'm 3 years older than hip hop. I was 3 years old when hip hop was born. So we right now. You wasn't born with hip hop. But they had this is the 50th year of hip hop being in existence, man, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's gonna be, I'm assuming, a year-long celebration.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess to kick it off, they had a tribute to the 50th anniversary on the Grammy Awards. Okay. And a lot of the greats from all time, from the beginning to the current, were packed into this 11 or 12 minute performance. And I watched it on YouTube. I didn't see it live, but I watched it on YouTube, and it was cool. It was rushed because of time constraints. So an artist may sing 20 seconds of their
song. I was about to say, you get like a verse and that's it.
4 bars of this, 8 bars of that, because you try to squeeze so much into that short period of time. Now, the controversy came with Willie D because he, Scarface was a part of the celebration. And rightfully so. Face is face. But Face sung Mind Playing Tricks.
Let's go.
Which is a hit song, iconic, legendary, multi-platinum, or at least platinum song that Willie D is on the song as well.
They co-wrote,
So, co-wrote and performed on the record. Mm-hmm. So, a lot of people were saying, kind of taking it like, well, Willie D tripping, but not because he's mad because he was not included in the ceremony. But I understand his point, because if you invite Face on there, which again, Face totally deserving to be on there.
Yeah.
But if he sings a Scarface song, not Mind Playing Tricks, just a Face song, okay, that's cool. I don't think, and I said this on the live, I don't think that Willie D would have been upset at that.
Yeah.
It comes to play when I'm on that song that he's performing. So I think Face spit 8 bars.
Yeah, he didn't even make it to the chorus.
So you have to do the math and say, how long does it take to spit 8 bars? If Willie D comes in and spits his 8 bars to his part, that's what, 30 seconds? 20 seconds?
Yeah, they had to remix the song.
That's cool. Yeah. My point is, if it was 11 minutes or whatever, you telling me 30 more seconds would have made a difference? So, if nothing is wrong with me physically, if I ain't mentally crazy, crippled, drunk on drugs, messed. I should have been a part of that.
Yeah.
Because I'm on that song too. So that's where I felt Will on his him being disgruntled about that. You know what I'm saying? If it was just a face performance of never seen a man cry before, I've seen a man. Okay, that's cool. I ain't gotta be on it then. But I get
We did get up boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I peeped something when I went back and looked at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Now, I think the only group that all of them was there was Salt and Pepper.
Well, now Run DMC.
Run DMC, yeah. But De La Soul, it was just one person left.
Yeah.
Big Boy, he performed the Outkast song.
Yeah. But you know, Andre don't even like to do stuff no more.
Yeah.
They might have asked him. I'm pretty certain they reached out to Andre 3000.
Try to get him
I'm
on
pretty
there.
certain they did. I ain't gotta be. I don't know nothing. You know, I ain't even in the loop with all that mainstream stuff no way. But I'm pretty sure that they asked him if he would come be, and he probably declined. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, that was some splitting up.
Wu-Tang was just Method Man.
Yeah, because you can't. It's 200 of them. So
Yeah.
you know, but
so I peeped that. I said, okay, And then I think about Face. Face just did, like you said, that half a verse.
right.
And so Willie would have been what there, just holding the mic, or he would have came.
No.
Because Salt and Pepper performed both, because they had those.
They got interactive. They
yeah.
got no. What they could have did, like I said, if Face spit 8 bars, I'm trying to. At night I can't sleep, toss and turn, and body being burned. Oh, did he go 4 or 8? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Whatever it was,
Short.
whenever his 8 finished, Will could have backdoored and came with his 8, because they both ended with my mind
Playing tricks on me.
and that's it.
Because I really would. I live by the sword.
That's right.
I keep my boys everywhere I go because I'm paranoid.
Now, here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
Salt and Pepper, they was interactive.
They go back and forth, yeah.
Run DMC was
Back and
interactive.
forth, yeah.
But when you talk about Wu-Tang and Method Man sung one of his solo songs. He sung the METHO.
I was just looking at the back, because
Yeah.
the back said Wu-Tang.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a song that included all of them.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So I'm like, that goes to the point. It's like, okay, if you was gonna bring Face on, let him sing a Scarface song. Now, this is just me. This is my opinion. I don't want nobody to get upset, but that's just my opinion. But I mean, I feel like they'll have other events as the year goes on.
Yeah.
I was thinking more to, and this is just me. I don't know how, if they would even have a way to accommodate this. If they did like a 3 or 4 day like Woodstock type of festival, where they just get everybody from different eras just in one spot, set that up, they would probably have to start planning for that 5 years ago though.
And who would be the budget for that? Yeah,
right. Well, I mean, if it is, the thing is, if it was money generated, then you pay people.
Yeah.
But I mean, just for the celebration of hip hop, I'm sure a lot of artists would want to come out. Now, maybe some of the artists who might not be as financially set might be like, "Hey man, what can y'all do for me?" But I just think that throughout the year they gonna have more things, because if you've been involved in this thing, man, especially and have had mainstream success for decades, you got to get acknowledged, bro. Somebody got to be thorough. Whoever the committee consists of, they got to be thorough to go through every coast, every time frame, every era to say who needs to be on this, who we missing, who we forgetting. Bro, you got to have that right, man.
Did you peep the hip hop background where it says hip hop and then it's nothing but almost every hip hop artist? All the way back from they had all the way back. I seen Little Scrappy to JT Money. Yeah, it was
that's cool.
It had a whole bunch. They had no K-Rino in there. We need to call these.
I'm gonna tell you like this here, because I'm glad you said that. Because the thing is, even with the thing on the background that you saw, I guarantee you it was still 500 that got left off of that. But to your point though, because you know me, I don't be even tripping on that type of stuff. But I will say this, for the underground artists who are not commercially mainstream powerhouse, top 40, millions and millions, all the way to the platinum guys, to the gold guys, to the no.
Yeah.
That other level, that I was called us that bottom tier
Underground.
of guys who okay, we didn't get that. It need to be a space for that too. You know what I'm saying? Because this is all inclusive of just the history of hip hop.
Yeah.
And these are people who they have, if you want to use the term, cult followings, and they have long careers, you know, that they still do, they're still active, still do shows, still have a fan base. It gotta be something included for that. Yeah. And they if they drop the ball on that, then that'll be a mistake. That'll be like a neglect, a miscarriage of just justice in my eyes. Because there's too many people, there's too many immortal techniques and just different guys, even guys like Tech Nine and guys like that who have strong bases, but they might not get a mention on something like that.
I mean, like Ice Cube in there. Like, I think everybody could have a gripe, even the new school. I think the new school people could have a gripe because they only put those two,
right?
The Lil Baby and Gorilla.
Gorilla,
yeah.
Right.
And you know, but even they can have a gripe. You know what I'm saying? What you think? These just the only two?
Well, you know, but for the Grammys, because this is another thing I said to the other side of that. On that show, it's only so much time, man. You know, so everybody couldn't possibly. When I watched it, I was like, man, that's all the time y'all gave Run DMC.
That's it.
Run DMC, who's the foundation of the mainstream explosion of rap music, and that's y'all just gave them one little clip.
That's it.
Of what they sung, King of Rock, I think.
The most
the
most influential group ever.
So time consumes a lot of the greats, and I'm like, Run DMC, that's it? So but again, this the Grammys. It's other genres going. This was not a hip hop 50-year show. This was the Grammy Awards, and that little segment was plugged into the totality of the event because you got country, you got rock, you got R&B, you got classical, and they trying to squeeze all that in. This is not going to be the final event because we can name a bunch of people that wasn't like. It's nobody that embodies what the spirit of hip hop is more than KRS-One.
He wasn't there.
And Snoop wasn't there. You know, Snoop had another engagement. So we not looking at that as the end all be all. But I understand where Willie D was coming from. I'm just gonna say that, like, that's just my point. But at the end of the day, they'll probably have something else that's will be more inclusive. I just feel like every city
should have been rapping.
Yeah, they should have been on this 5 years ago and been lining something up to where every city that has played a major part in the advancement of hip hop, whether it be New Orleans, whether it be Memphis. I'm naming down south. New Orleans, Memphis, Houston, Atlanta. Who else? Just different spots that have had. You can go if you do St. Louis because with Nelly them did. You could go, of course, L.A., New York, of course, Midwest cities like with Bone and Cleveland. Just have something established in every city that commemorates that. And then if you want to do one big thing where you pull impactful artists from every region to come together and do it in New York, the birthplace. To me, it seemed like it would be easy to structure it. It might be hard to put it all together, but it should have been easy, man. I don't know.
Well, you see, this was more New York, East Coast. You know, they sprinkled one or two South people in there, but mostly it was New York and mostly a little bit of L.A. Then, you know, they sprinkled who they could sprinkle in there. But like you said, they only working with a 13-minute
window.
To get all these people in there and make sure they got their dancers, make sure the people leaving the set when the next person coming in at the same time.
It's tight.
Yeah, it's super tight. It's like tight. A Super Bowl performance. I would look at.
It's tight. And everybody, I guess, had to come in understanding, dude, I know you want to sing your whole song, but you can't do it. And as somebody who have put events together before, with multiple artists, I know how it is juggling those egos and
Me
personalities.
too. Yeah, you know.
Everybody, man, how much time I got?
Yeah.
Well, how come I only got this and that? And then you gotta be like, cause that's what it is. You know, like at that point, hey, this is what it is, bro. So you can either do it or you can not do it. It's your choice. So I mean, I get it, but
ultimately we standing with you, Willie D.
Without a doubt, man. Right. And anybody who have contributed to hip hop making it successful, man. I ain't talking about, 2 years in the game. We talking about 30, 40 years in the game, bro. And successful. And that I don't like to use this word a lot, but that's, as a grown man, that's hurtful, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you like, well, wait a minute, who am I, chopped liver or something?
You Tito Jackson.
Yeah, and I used to look at that like, well, how come everybody crack a joke on Tito? Nah, man, I'm Michael, you Tito. I'm like, no, Tito was a bad dude.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah,
they good time.
Yeah, man. But it just it's a slap in the face and it's disrespectful because I'm like, man, look, I contributed to this too.
Yeah. So whoever was over there, in the words of the famous Willie D, your mama should be ashamed. Your mama should pull it out. No more talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, man. We'll transition into some other stuff, man. A little more serious topics.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep it local.
Yeah.
This whole thing, man. We know what happened with Takeoff from Migos, and just the tragedy that took place right here in our city, man.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, not more tragic, but as tragic, another tragedy that's connected to this tragic event is the fact that now this fallout has kind of produced this Houston versus Atlanta dynamic that's really starting to put something in my mind like, if this thing don't get snatched up and wrangled and under control, I'm fearing that something crazy gonna happen, and that's something that none of us want to see. And I'm really pointing a spotlight at a lot of these cats on the internet who are throwing fuel on the fire behind this whole situation because two reasons minimum. Reason number one, they have channels that they trying to accumulate likes and views and clicks and followers and subscribers and all that. So they will use clickbait titles in order to draw in audiences that make them, I want to see what they're saying. And in some of those videos, they are lying and making up false headlines and perpetuating it. Because you look up and some got 416,000 views in 3 days. People looking at that as reputable. That's one of the ways that people decide whether or not they're gonna view a video. If you scroll it down and you see something recommended and it got 58 views, you might not watch it. But if you see this title and it's 350,000, I'm gonna click that. So that must be the one. That must be the main one. But everybody on that is fueling the controversy, fueling the mess. They either got something to say negative about Jay Prince and their family, or something to say negative about this guy and Quavo, whoever it is, or they are creating, like I say, that Houston versus Atlanta tension, and that's a dangerous thing to be doing, bro. And whoever's doing that, anybody that's participating in that, man, y'all need to stop doing that, bro. Y'all need to stop doing that because y'all are looking at so-called internet headlines or trying to get your channel popping, but it's people out here that's taking this thing seriously, bro,
and really believing it.
It, and lives on the line. Future, you don't want something else to go down, and it's usually gonna be related to some fool who don't have nothing to do with either side. They just have invested their emotions into it, so now they out here crashing out for something that they don't even have nothing to do with.
It makes no sense. And it's common. It's like the integrity, the news people, they're not even like news people no more. They don't take the story to research to see who it is and this and that and the third. And now that everybody can get a YouTube account, anybody can just put up whatever they want to put up.
Right.
And like I was talking about trolls earlier.
Right.
Those titles are trolls.
Right.
And those titles is, let me get something that I know somebody gonna click on.
Right.
You know, some kind of response again.
Clickbait.
Yeah. And so as soon as they put it out there, let's say this. A lot of times nowadays, everybody don't do the research after they read something.
Yeah.
They just, bam, that must have happened. Wow.
Yeah.
So Jay Prince just robbed the president? Yeah. He threatened the president. That's crazy. Then they get to talking about it on their social media or sharing that crazy shit.
Right.
I remember with the takeoff situation, they had somebody already named who said they had done it. It was over a big reputable, I think it was DJ Academics.
Yeah.
He said, okay, this is the killer. We can tell he's the killer. And then the next day they said, oh man, they found him dead.
Right.
Dude wasn't dead at all.
None of that
at all. But he had a whole narrative
Right.
saying that they done found him and Jay Prince had killed him and all kind of crazy shit.
See, that happens because everybody is in such a rush to be the first one to break a story.
Bingo, yeah.
So it's like, as soon as you hear something, I want to be the one to put this out first so I can say this story broke on my channel. But the risk you run of that is, number one, like you said, putting out some BS that's a lie. That's not even true. Now you lose credibility.
You're not reputable no more.
You know, but at the same token, man, you know, this it's creating a climate, bro. It's creating a climate that could eventually lead to somebody. If you walk outside and all the clouds are just dark, you like, man, it's getting ready to get down. You know, so that's what happens with this. Like, man, they darkening the clouds up, bro. And regardless of what your opinion is on the whole situation, whether it be or whatever side you're looking at, regardless of what your opinion is, just as human beings, we should have a mindset that we don't want to see nobody else get caught up, especially in behind no retaliation type of situation, man. And then that's the risk. It's internet instigators, man.
That's what it is.
You know, internet instigators who just, they don't care. See, as a matter of fact, if somebody was to get caught up and something happened to somebody else, that would fuel what they do, because now I got another story that I can rock with and put out there and get some views off of. And, you know?
And shoot, man. I remember back in the day when I started to notice that all of them are doing that. Even like TMZ. I remember back in the day when TMZ reported that Lil Wayne was dead.
Yeah, wow. I don't remember that.
Yeah. And it was like, what? He's dead.
Yeah.
All of that. He ain't dead.
Yeah.
But they just wanted to be that first person with whatever it is.
Right. Yeah, you the first person to get the lie, put the lie out there, man. I mean, see, we have always, we done seen too many situations throughout. We talking about the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Yeah.
We seen too many rappers just lose their life, man, behind stupid beefs, behind nonsense. So the emotion of the situation is natural. You know, you're gonna feel hurt, you're gonna feel anger, you're gonna be confused, you're gonna want revenge. All these emotions naturally kick up when something like that happens to somebody that you love and that you care about. But you also have to try to rise above the emotion and think beyond to say, okay, well, hold on, man. You know, what does it benefit if somebody else get killed?
Yeah.
Or if we go out and do this, or we draw this line to say, okay, well, y'all got 1 hour in Houston, we got to get one of y'all's. You know, if they come to Atlanta, and the artist ain't even on that. It ain't the artist.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. You're not gonna see Big Boy trying with them. Wait till I run into this guy.
Yeah.
It's not the artist, bro. It's that clown that's, like I say, in his mama basement, or that clown that just ain't got nothing else to live for his own life, that just decides he's just gonna take on that mantle and put that cape on to carry out something that ain't nobody even asking for, except fools that think like him.
Case in point, the Notorious Big.
Yeah.
Murdered from behind a rumor that ain't had nothing to do with him.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nothing, he had nothing to do with none of that.
Yeah, man. Look, and all the rappers from the last 2 to 3, 4 years, the hundreds of rappers that been murdered, most of them in their 20s, babies. You know what I'm saying? So we're not looking at the time. We're not looking at the circumstances. We're not looking at the facts like, well, hold on, man. Process this number in your mind.
Yeah.
Almost 300 rappers murdered in a 3-year span. Process that. Like, hold on. Did y'all listen? 300 rappers almost murdered in a 3-year span. Bro, if somebody told you, hey, man, there's been like 300 janitors that have been killed since 2019. You'll be like, what? What's up with the janitor? What's going on?
Yeah.
See, like when all those herbal doctors, like 50 herbal doctors died in one time, a few years back.
Wow. Yeah.
50. So that raises the antenna to say, what's going on with the herbalists?
Yeah.
Who's doing this?
Yeah.
What government entity, what kind of crap is going on to make these people be targeted like that?
Yeah.
So you got to look at that from the same lens that when you look at the rappers. They're like, why are these rappers dying? It's a concoction. It's a mixture of their own activity
And drug.
mixed in with the bigger agenda, the hidden agenda that's right in our face, even though it's hidden. So all these things play a role. But regardless of what the reason is, we still got to look and say, okay, what is the message to me? By me seeing that, what is it telling me? If I'm a young rapper, let me study the moves that this guy made leading up to him getting caught up like he got caught up, and the others before him. Okay, 10 or 15 of them, they dropped their location on IG and said, pull up. Okay, that's how they got it. Okay, the other ones, okay, well, yeah, they was on dope real bad. And then, okay, I'm scratching all these things. Okay, these are things that I don't do from this point on. The other one was, he didn't drop his location. He just went to his enemy's neighborhood and tried to flex. All these different things, man. All these different things, you look at that and say, I can't participate in that. Yeah. So the same thing with this situation, hey man, it's a painful thing, because we talked about Takeoff one other time, man, and anytime I see that, my question always is, I'll be like, man, how old was he? How old was she? Whoever it is, how old was, and whenever the first part of what you're gonna say starts with 20, you can stop right there.
Yeah.
You can stop right there, bro. 20, bro. I don't care if it's 21. I don't care if it's 29. I don't care if it's 36, like Young Dolph.
Yeah. Still crazy.
That's young to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, I done passed through those decades already. So to see that now from my vantage point, it make me realize how young that really is. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you think about Pac and stuff like that.
25.
Yeah.
24. Biggie, 24, man.
It's crazy, yeah.
Screw 29. Whatever the case is, and you look at like to say, okay, a dude now, Young Dolph was 36 years old, bro. Young Dolph could have been my son. Exactly. And he's 36.
Exactly. Getting some cookies.
That's 36 years old. You think of 36 as going, he could have been my son because of the age I am.
Yeah.
So
half of the South Side could be K-Rino.
We got only 20%. That's why I like this guy, man. He knows how to lighten up the mood. But I'm gonna get him. But it hurt, bro. It hurts, bro, because it's like at the end of the day, the parents are left in the aftermath having to just try to put these pieces together that they not gonna ever be able to put back together.
Oh no,
it's over. There's no chance of that. Now we talked about this. Family members fighting over what's left over, the assets and all that. And people foolish enough to go out and kill these guys. They just messed their life up.
Yeah.
Cause you gone.
Yeah.
Over what?
Yeah. I was watching a documentary just this morning about Soulja Slim. The hip hop murders, and just over that death, how many other deaths occurred behind that?
Right, dominoes.
And they don't know which one, who is what, because they just pointing fingers.
Man, that's horrible, bro. That's a horrible thing, man. Yeah, that's why I be wanting our young people to just think, bro. Just think, man. be the one that decide, I'm mad, but I got a life I gotta live too, man. I got a family, I got people that care about me as well, to where I got to live for something. Yeah. You know, some of these cats be 20, 21 years old, they already got a baby and all this shit. So you gotta look at what's now dependent on you. Yeah. You were successful, you rapping, you got music out, you making money. Yeah. You have already went far and beyond and fast forwarded your success level way past what your parents or anybody, any generation in your family have already done. Yeah. And you did it in your 20s. Yeah. Step outside of yourself and look at that to say, man, I already beat the odds.
And that's gangster.
Yeah, I beat the odds. So what makes me now want to say, okay, I want to still continue to participate in a lifestyle and activities that I don't no longer have to participate. I ain't got to do that no more.
That's crazy dummy shit. That's crashing out.
Trying to prove I'm still down. I ain't changed. I'm still the same dude.
I seen a meme that said it the best. It said, you going out there gonna show some real niggas how real you are, and then next door you gonna go and try to show the judge how innocent you is. Right, man. Yeah. That's real. So like, man, just think about it better. Like Kay said, man, it's more gangster to come home. It's more gangster to be consistent. It's more gangster to be there for your kids. Bro, it's crazy to crash.
It's gangster to not be gangster. Straight up. And that's a hell of a contradiction right there. But that's what it boiled down to. What man, not being gangster? Now that's gangster. You know, because it's just everybody's trying to prove a point, man. You know, question. You know, you're trying to prove a point that don't even have to be proved. You're trying to prove a point that don't have to be proven, bro. It's like you don't owe nobody. You don't owe anyone the throwing away of your own life. You don't owe nobody that. You know, so it don't make sense to say I got to prove my loyalty by throwing away my life.
Crazy. Yeah.
You know, and then but it represents also a lack of just maturity. Yeah. Because a lot of individuals have gone to prison at 19, 20, 21. They're not just rappers. Mm-hmm. And I've seen stories where this one guy, he went to prison at like 17, man. Yeah. Tried as an adult, went to prison at 17, committed murder, admitted that I did it. And he got out probably maybe in his late 30s or early 40s, whenever he was still a young dude when he got out, thank God. But he talked about the mindset that he was in when he went in at 17 compared to by the time he hit 24, 25, he realized, like, man, I did something real stupid and potentially messed up, gave all these years of my life up. Yeah. You know, because he hadn't grown into manhood yet. He was still a child thinking like that, like, because sometimes, man, you got guys that's locked up right now that'll tell you, yeah, I did. If I had a chance to do it again, I'd do it again.
Yeah, and you got other dummies that I was seeing. How they was like, got this one guy on the internet that was saying like how certain people shouldn't be considered to be a certain type of level because of the fact that they didn't go to prison, or the fact that they didn't get caught doing dumb shit, or they didn't get caught on shooting somebody.
I did a video on that earlier because that's basically saying, you ain't got no stripes. Because you ain't done something stupid. Like I was doing. You didn't get shot 8 times. Yeah. Or, you know, you didn't do 15 years, so you ain't got no stripes. You know, that's the stupidest thing that you could ever, the philosophy that you could ever come up with. Because you got a warped sense of what being real is. That's what, hey, man, that boy put in the work. Yeah, he might have put in the work, but a lot of OGs that really understand how this thing operates, they'll tell him how stupid he is for thinking like that. You know, you listen to a lot of the OGs that talk, man, where they be gangsters on the West Coast, wherever they from, in Chicago, wherever they from, they'll tell you, bro, it ain't nothing to be glorified about what I did, about what my lifestyle that I was living. Man, that's a regretful thing for a lot of them brothers. Yeah. They look at their life like, man, you know, and some of them in the moment, they know what they're doing is out of pocket. They know it, but you so deep in it, and if you benefiting from it financially, you rationalize it. Yeah. You know, by saying, man, I gotta get some money, I gotta survive. But it's usually the fools who have never stepped foot in that kind of arena before. Those are the ones saying that. But he ain't over here, he ain't do this, he ain't do. What did you do? You ain't never did nothing. You can survive 10 seconds in that arena. So to young people, don't ever get caught up in feeling like a person's stripes is based on how much foolishness that they have carried out in their lifetime. You know, oh, that boy went out. Boy, that boy went out. Them laws shot him up 82 times. Boy, that's how you go out. Like Tupac on Juice. Scarface. Yeah, that's how you go. Man, yeah, well, you going on out.
Sosa was the G.
You going on out.
Scarface out of there.
Right? You know, the prioritize, man. Priorities all out of whack, man. So it just, I don't want to see that climate get more and more ominous to where people are now starting to just line up and draw this line in the sand between, you know, Houston and ATL, man, because most of the artists and a lot of people have connections, crisscross connections. Like if you're in Houston and you in the game, I guarantee you got a bunch of people you rock with that's in Atlanta. In Atlanta, Houston, vice versa, it's the same way. You know, and the artists, I ain't hearing no artists coming out that I heard that's on that. You know, that's on that. Whatever happened, it is what it is. My mind frame is, you know, you let God sort it out, bro. We gonna let God sort it out. You know, it ain't for us to be around here speaking on it in a negative way in terms of trying to hype up the beef. You know, but
one thing I got from it is the ones who's doing the most of the talking is all of the ones who wasn't actually there. And the ones who was actually there ain't really doing none of the talking.
Yeah, the reporters, again, because you trying to get them likes. So it's always somebody that's going to do a reaction of the video and then they going to start analyzing it like you watching ESPN or something. Oh, see, right here, man. See, you can see. Look at old boy right there. Yeah, see, now, see, look at his hand. You know, I done saw all these videos right here. See, now watch how he walk away. Now you see that? Freeze it. Pause it right there. Okay, now look how he look right at old boy. They let you know. Shut up, man. You know, he cats making these videos because they trying to get them views, bro.
I just seen one like that yesterday. That's what's so hilarious.
Yeah. I've seen a few of them, man. It's like, dude, because they got to be the authority on the stupidity. You know what I'm saying? And all you doing, I remember when the Malcolm X movie came out back in 1992.
That was a cold movie.
But here's the deal. The movie came out, and of course Spike Lee put the movie out. Spike Lee being a real strong, you know, follower of Malcolm. He loved Malcolm X. There was a lot of falsehoods in the movie as it relates to what's historically accurate, and a lot of things in the movie that didn't line up with even things that Malcolm had in his own autobiography.
Yeah, I read that.
So
right after that movie,
what happened was the movie lined itself up to where it leaned towards the notion that the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X, right? So when the movie came out, of course, you know, the Muslims went and saw the movie, you know, and a lot of the Muslims were upset about that premise that I'm talking about. Mr. Farrakhan, he ordered all his ministers to not even speak about the movie. Don't go on the media, don't do no press, don't do nothing, don't even speak on it. Because to express our dissatisfaction with the movie, it would throw more coals in the fire. And now the media is involved, they loving it, divide and conquer. It's a big mess, it's splitting up another brother because now it seems like, okay, we going at Spike or Spike. So it's all this stuff going on.
Wow.
So the minister in his wisdom was like, don't say nothing. And in a week or two, it's not even a story no more.
Yeah.
So that got to be the approach when it comes to internal stuff that's going on between us and the black community. Is like to not be so quick. That's why, like on my YouTube channel, I don't rush out to cover controversial stuff within our own community, unless, like, you know, when them black laws killed that brother, you know what I'm saying? That's something different. But if it's some little beef, you know, some stuff like that, and me talking on it, it's only gonna bring more attention to it to possibly make people more riled up. I ain't saying nothing, bro.
Man, it's the first time I ever heard of that.
Yeah. And you shut it down because if only one side is talking and the other side ain't saying nothing, it's not an argument no more. Now the one person that's talking, they look foolish for talking. You ever got into it with somebody and you just, all right, man, whatever.
You got it.
And they still, no, because I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. So now you look stupid because you still running your mouth. You know, so that was the whole thing, and especially when you know that the whole world is watching and waiting to see.
Yeah.
What he gonna say? What he gonna say? Yeah. Then you don't say nothing. And the messy people be like,
ain't got nothing to do now.
It's like I ain't got nothing to talk about. And what they're gonna do after that, they're gonna just transition on to something else. But they're gonna get their fix from somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, so
stop feeding them.
Stop feeding them, man.
Yeah.
We can't feed we can't feed this, man. We can't feed it. I know a lot of people, the like you say, the trolls and they get mad because, man, it's people that live for mess and beef and controversy. They wanna see something happen. They wanna see a fallout. They wanna see an aftermath, something deadly happening behind the situation because people have already taken their sides based on who they already like and don't like.
Yeah, and like Charlamagne said all the time, who cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining?
Yeah, without a doubt.
And so they don't even care. They don't even care what that is.
Nah.
They just like, well, let's go with this one because this is a little bit more entertaining right here.
Yeah, if we have something in us that have to be reversed, that, like you say, it hypes us up. You know, if you hear about somebody getting fired, and they, you know, such got fired off her job today. And what happened? Oh man, she cussed the supervisor out. You leaning in to hear it. But if somebody come and say about the same person, hey, you know, such got a job today. She got hired on. Oh really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, look at the news.
That's how you don't want to hear that. Yeah.
Look at the news.
The bad news.
All you gonna hear about another baby burning, another baby getting shot or something,
getting molested on the school bus.
Exactly.
Right.
But they're never gonna tell you about who just graduated, who just opened up a new business, who just sold a new business. They don't even go down that route.
They give you that at the end. There's about 10 seconds left before the news go out. They say, oh, another news. That was a poodle that got rescued out of a swimming pool.
How many news events went up and showed K-Rino just dropped 7 albums today?
Yeah.
He just broke a whole record.
Nah, they don't do that.
Nah. But guess who just bounced the baby off the beltway?
Right. Yeah, no doubt. And it feeds the ideas of other crazy folks who trying to get new ideas.
Exactly.
They watch the news like listening to a rap record. Like, I'm listening to a rap record to try to steal some ideas.
10 crack commandments. I'm gonna learn how to cook.
Yeah, man. Yeah. we are moving in reverse. We're moving the opposite, man. So it's I want to shout out to Savior's Day.
Okay.
2023, February 26th, the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan will be giving his annual Savior's Day address in Chicago. The title is "The War of Armageddon Has Begun." So that's going to be strong. I'm not going to even begin to try to speculate and speak on where he's going, what he's going to be talking about. You know, so but just don't miss it whether you're there live or whether you're watching it on NOI.org that day. You know, be sure to.
Minister Sharp's here too, man.
Without a doubt.
They got the graphic on there. That's hard.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but NOI.org February the 26th.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So just got to give that plug without a doubt.
I was listening with the minister was talking about K-Rino. I said the minister still cold, boy.
Oh, yeah. Sharp in mind, man.
And how old is he now?
He'll be 90 in May.
Ooh, and corn horse.
Yeah, baby. He's still a baby.
In God's eyes, yeah.
Still a baby, man. You know, because knowledge is infinite, and the wisdom is infinite. So 90 years is a short amount of time, even when you accumulate a lot of knowledge by this world standards. It's still so much that's yet to be gained. It's like when you look at the planet Earth and how massive the Earth is, but when you think about the Earth's size in relation to Jupiter,
okay,
you could put the Earth inside Jupiter like 300 times.
Jupiter.
As big as the Earth is, you can put inside Jupiter 300 because Jupiter's that big.
Ain't they say like 3 million Earths or something like that?
Well, they say, you know, you got different solar systems and galaxies and all, where they have other planets in the body. I've seen planets like Canis Majoris and all these. So, but if you look at Jupiter compared to the sun, the sun is massively bigger than Jupiter. But if you look at the sun in comparison to the whole universe,
it's
tiny. Yeah. So that's how wisdom, knowledge operates. Like you can have a lot and it's powerful, but when you're talking about trillions and trillions of years of existence, we could never get it all. We can never get it all. You know, just it's too much. So you know, you gain as much as you can, and you pass on as much as you can, and hope that what we get, we contribute to its evolution. When people come behind and build on it and make it greater than what it is, man.
Yeah.
So that's what's up, man. But yeah, man, that's it, man. That's it, man. Anything else going on that we forgot, man? That we talk about? We missed anything?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
We talk about them cops.
Man, I don't even talk
keep it moving. Yeah,
sucks, man. You know, and like I don't even talk about it, man. Well, you know, we appreciate y'all again, man, for tuning in to the Underground Dialogue podcast, where the name speaks for itself. Be sure to go on the website and order that merch, man.
Oh yeah, get that merch, man. We got some hot stuff for you, big guy.
Yeah, man. Do I have to snatch one of these hoodies off this wall? But y'all make sure and to support the channel and spread the word. Spread the word, because you know, we giving y'all some goodies, man. You know,
I got one.
What you got?
Trump. You seen what Trump was talking about?
I ain't paid no attention to Trump. What do you
Okay,
do?
I'll let you view. We talk about it next time.
Okay, we talk about it off camera.
He was talking about transsexuals. If he was to get elected, that's be his first thing he's gonna do. Cut all of that off. Not allow no doctors to transform no kids or minors into whatever they want to be. Okay. It was dope, but I'm gonna let you check it out.
I'll check on that and see what it do, man. That's what it is. All right, man. Well, this your big brother K-Rino.
And it's your boy Keystone.
And we will catch y'all next time. Peace and hair grease.
All right.
What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino.
And Keystone in the dough.
Underground Dialogue podcast. As y'all can see, man, the merch is in. We got hats and hoodies on these boys, man. So look, if y'all want to get some of this Underground Dialogue podcast merchandise, y'all need to jump on and let them know what they got.
You just go to the website. It's called undergrounddialogue.com, and pictures, whatever you need, we got you right there, man. Come and help support the Underground Dialogue podcast. And man, get you some of this cold ass merch, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know what it is, man. We ain't playing with it, man. Look.
All grassroots, man.
You know what I'm saying? These are different. See, this is the logo, and
this is the logo
more of the corporate look. So whatever y'all need, different colors. We don't want to be without this right around time, just in time for winter.
Right in time for Christmas. Go to undergrounddialogue.com. Get yours today.
Salute.
I wonder if they ready. They ain't ready to have this conversation. Or these kind of conversations. But guess what? We gon' have them anyway. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through.